Dylan, the regular season for your team is done. First pre-playoff game on Sunday. How do you prepare your team for that do or die game?
That's exciting. First off, it's nice that we don't play Friday night, so the guys can enjoy, the feeling of kind of finishing the regular season with the success we had as a club. But I think for us, we go into the pre-playoffs very positive, very motivated. Not everybody feels the same about pre-playoffs as probably as we do. It was a goal for us, and I think that might be a bit of a momentum tool for us, is to be able to know that, we're kind of playing with house money. We achieved something we wanted, but at the same time, we're going in as the underdogs. We're going in as the 10th seed. We don't know who we play. So it's really important for us to make sure we show that humility and that humbleness as a team, that we are going to play a team that's better than us. And that kind of falls in line with the message the whole year. I think if we were going in as the favorites, we'd probably have to be a little bit more prepared to change our mindset. And so we go in as the underdogs, and that's the way we've been this year. We've been a humble group. We've been a hungry group. And I don't expect that to change.
As you said, you're the underdog. The goal before the season was to get into the playoffs, pre-playoffs, qualify for them. So would you say everything that comes now is just a bonus?
Yeah, in some degree, but the athletes sitting in the dressing room, like nobody wants to lose. You're that close to making a quarterfinal matchup, right? It's 2 wins. It's a best of 3 series. You've put in 48 games of a lot of work, and our team has ate a lot of negativity early in the year, and that's tough to swallow, but the guys did, and now they've got to be rewarded a bit per se in the last 2 months with some good hockey, and we're in good form. And now you get into the pre-playoffs, and no matter who loses, it hurts, and you don't want that. Of course. So, we're not satisfied. We have a pretty special group, and you don't know who you get to keep. And the message to these guys is to make sure that they get to enjoy this as a group. I think our team camaraderie is really high, and I want them to enjoy the moment and not to stress and not to go out there and grip their sticks too hard, but to play our way, to play our standard. And if we can do that, like I mentioned before, we're going to go out swinging, and if we go down, we're going to go down swinging.
You have a practice tomorrow morning and one on Saturday morning. Would you say tomorrow will be just about focusing on your team's strengths, and Saturday maybe preparing for the opponent?
Yeah, because you really don't know who you're going to play until Friday night, pretty late. At the moment, it's likely going to be Innsbruck or Pustertal. We don't know who's going to pick who, and those are 2 really good teams. They got some really, really high-end players, some really good goaltenders, two experienced coaches. So what we're going to do today as a coaching staff and tomorrow is prepare as much information as we can for ourselves, and then decide what information needs to go to the players. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, I think, for myself and the coaching staff, is decide what information we need to talk about, what information just needs to stay internal in the coach's office. We don't want to overload these guys. We're not going to just change the way we play because all of a sudden we're in a matchup against a certain team. Part of it is knowing what that team's going to do and trying to predict what they're going to do. But part of it is making sure what we do really well. And if there's a style conflict, if there's things we've got to change in series, then so be it, we will. But I'm really proud of the way the group has performed all year. I'm not going to go in there and tell them we're going to play a different style because we think we can hold on that way or something like that. Like I said, we want to come out swinging.
Both Pustertal and Innsbruck were here in recent time, and your team was able to win against both of the teams. Do you think that's another mental advantage going into that game?
Yeah, you know what? It's hard to put yourself in the other team's shoes, but for us, obviously, it's nice to get recent success against the 2 likely teams we'll face. But I kind of treat pre-playoffs now is it's 0-0. The home team gets an advantage. They were better in the year. You give them the heads up, and they're really good though. Innsbruck has some incredible talent. Some of their top forwards are some of the most talented guys in the league. Their goaltender might be one of the best in the league. And they've been there before. They did a good job at Champions League this year, and they're going to be tough. And Pustertal, a little different style of play, but man, those are some really experienced players over there. Some of their top end guys in the front and the back end are really, really experienced. And even if they've lost last game to us, they're all really veteran players where they can kind of erase what happened in the regular season and know they need to just perform in the playoffs. So it's going to be a test no matter what. A little bit of different style between the 2 teams. We're going to go as the inexperienced group. We're going to go in as the underdog group. We're going to go in as the team that's got a lot to prove, and a lot of people will say they just don't belong there, and that's fine. That's fine. We're still in a learning curve as a club. We made great strides, but all the credit goes to the players, and I just want to try to give the coaches want to give these guys the opportunity to perform the way they have all year, and stick to our way of play.
Thank you.